Hey, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for January 2023. So welcome to January. Happy New Year. Of course, we are coming into this brand new 2023 year with a brand new life lesson, the vibration, the frequency, the lesson of number 7. I go into a little bit more depth on what 2023 is all about in the 2023 energy forecast. There's an intro. There is 4 more parts after that, breaking the whole year down into nice, tiny, bite-sized pieces where we're able to explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between, and where you should definitely be marking on your calendars when you can expect a dramatic shift in your life. Of course, we're all going through that collective shift together, and in order to understand where this is taking place in your life, you should definitely be following along with your birth chart. Of course, you can dive into what January has in store for you by downloading your zodiac forecast and really kind of cover the highs, the lows, and everything in between in this very first month of the year. Of course, that's according to the modern day calendar, which would suggest that we are in a vibration of 1, when realistically we are in the 11th month, the last quarter, if you will, of the traditional zodiac and astrological calendar that has us focused on the number 11. 11 is a manifesting number, and coming into this new year, do not be fooled. This is no time for New Year's resolutions, for new beginnings, for clean slates. Instead, we should be working on visualizing what it is that we want to experience over the course of this brand new year, based on the fact that we are not in a time of action. We are in a time of reflection, and we know that because Mercury is retrograde, Mars is retrograde, Uranus is still retrograde, and we are in the time, the season, the cycle of this old traditional calendar where reflection, revision, where regeneration, rejuvenation, realignment, recalibration is the main goal, is the main focus. Of course, we are amping up towards the brand new astrological calendar that will kick off our technical brand new year, March 21st, when, of course, the spring equinox kicks off and Aries season begins. So whichever calendar you want to align with, that is completely your choice. But just know that we're coming into January very low, very slow, and very much looking back in order to figure out how it is that we are going to move forward. Of course, we're still in Capricorn season and Earth energy. We have several planets in this Earth energy contributing to the low and slow, semi-depressive energy. And things aren't going to pick up for a while. We do have a lot of interesting energies setting the tone for January. Of course, we jump in with Venus shifting out of this Capricorn energy, shifting into Aquarian energy on the 2nd, which is definitely going to help lighten the vibe. We kind of move out of that inventory, taking stock type of perspective of our happiness, of our joy, of our relationships, of our money matters. And we really just kind of open up our mind to where it is that we need to experiment, where it is we need to switch things up, where it is that we need to free ourselves, liberate ourselves from some of the confines, restrictions, life energy sucking roles and responsibilities that we likely get illuminated to while Venus was in Capricorn energy. We have our very first full moon of 2023 taking place in Cancer energy on the 6th. And this is definitely going to trigger and activate all the feels, as Cancer energy is a water sign. And again, a lot of key indicators here suggesting that we aren't really looking forward. We're spending more time looking back. And what are we looking back on? Well, we're looking back on the new moon in Cancer, and we are looking back on the changes that we have seen in our home environment, in our family dynamics, and in the way that we are pretty much pulling back, pulling out of involving ourselves with other people's lives, pouring into other people so that we have the energy to nurture ourselves and nourish ourselves back to a place of safety, security, stability. Yes, emotionally speaking, but also in our finances as well. That Cancer energy activates the Cancer Capricorn axis, which is all about safety, security, and stability in our private lives, where our home and our family dynamics are concerned, where our emotions are concerned, and in our public lives, where careers, roles, and responsibilities and finances are concerned. We're definitely going to feel the intensity pull us, especially seeing as this full moon in Cancer will be directly opposing Mercury, who is retrograde in Capricorn energy. On the 12th, we're all going to feel a jolt forward when Mars finally goes direct at 8 degrees, 8 minutes in Gemini energy. Of course, Mars has been in Gemini for quite some time, retrograde since the end of October, and really kind of triggering us, activating us, agitating, frustrating, angering us because we haven't been able to forcefully take action out in the external realm. Instead, we've been paralyzed, really having to sit with our thoughts, debate the pros and cons of every choice, every path, every direction, every option that we have been really faced with in order for us to figure out where our time, energy, and effort is needed. Now, when Mars goes direct, we are definitely going to feel that burst of energy come back. Many of us can't wait for that, seeing as we've been exhausted as of late. We're going to get a little bit of a pep in our step. We are going to identify what we're passionate about, where it is that we do want to pour our time and energy into. And we basically get to initiate, although in a very short window of opportunity, the actions needed in order to clean up the elements of the past and to really set our sights on the new pursuit of happiness. On the 18th, we have Mercury going direct at 8 degrees and 8 minutes in Capricorn energy, the manifesting energy of the zodiac. This is typically speaking when we stop looking back and we start looking forward. And because Mars and Mercury will be moving into a direct position within about a week of one another at the exact same degree, one in Gemini, one in Capricorn, we get to tap into the mental plane of Gemini energy, and we get to bring those ideas, those thoughts, those choices, those decisions to life through the Capricorn energy, the earth energy that Mercury will be going direct in. Just in time to jump out of Capricorn energy altogether when the sun moves into Aquarius. So this is definitely going to lighten the vibe. We're moving into the mental plane. We have a lot of thoughts. We have a lot of vision, a lot of insights, a lot of aha moments. This is likely when we are going to gain a whole hell of a lot of clarity. And it's coming at a great time just before the 21st when we have the new moon take place in Aquarius energy. Coincidentally enough, if you believe in coincidences, at 1 degree, 33 minutes, which is the exact same degree that we had the new moon in Capricorn in on December 23rd. What we know to be true is that this is a clean slate, karmically speaking, for us to set the tone, set the intentions, plant the seeds on what it is that we want to experience over the last 2 years. And in Aquarian energy, we are setting our sights on new dreams, new visions, new hopes, new wishes, new goals, where we want to do better, where we want to be better, and where it is that we want to bring into existence a brand new vision for our future selves. On the 22nd, we have Uranus going direct in Taurus energy. Uranus is the great awakener. He likes to bring a little bit of a shock to our systems. He brings a wild card energy where we have to expect the unexpected. And with Uranus going direct, especially in Taurus energy, we are going to need to be open to some serious transformative changes taking place in our physical realm. Maybe to our routines, maybe to our relationships, maybe to our money matters or our long-term goals. That Taurus energy does kind of focus here on this physical realm. And over the past 5 months of Uranus being retrograde in Taurus energy, we should have been illuminated and gotten a complete awareness of where it is that we're holding on too tightly to elements of the past, elements of the old. Maybe we're afraid of letting go of certain relationships. Maybe we're afraid of switching up our routines. Maybe we're afraid of switching anything in our lives because it would be unpredictable. And sometimes, even though we are uncomfortable in the present moment, sometimes predictability gives us that safety and that security that many of us are just terrified to let go of. Regardless, Uranus going direct in Taurus energy is definitely going to pack a powerful punch. We are easily able to make the changes and make the transformations much more easily with less resistance than we would have even 5 months ago. This is setting us up for Venus being on the move again when she dives into Pisces energy on the 26th. Now, let me just say, Pisces energy being the last energy of the zodiac wheel, we do have to expect some things to end, to close the door on some things, to make some peace with some things, especially where relationships, self-worth, money matters, and happiness are concerned. Now, Venus in Pisces, yeah, we do have to go through a purge, a releasing phase and stage, if you will. But Venus being in Pisces, she just loves love. It's very romantic. It's very nostalgic. It's very focused on the silver linings, having an open heart space. It is all about fantasy. It is all about really focusing in on the beauty of life. So art, music, decor, food, all of these little creature comforts are definitely going to come in the forefront of our awareness to see where it is that we can, really create a brand new situation, reality for ourselves, where we are making more of an effort to involve the things that actually make us happy. Of course, Venus being in Pisces is going to, essentially close the door on some soul contracts as we prepare to start fresh when Venus actually moves in to Aries energy. We do have to sort through our feelings. We are going to have to kind of sit in the funk, if you will. Pisces energy being a water sign, we have very deep depths of our emotion and very high peaks, very high waves of our intuition, of our psychic abilities, of our healing as well. So that's definitely going to be a welcome change and sets a pretty good foundation down for what it is that we need to kind of focus on for this quote unquote first month of a brand new year. So if you're ready, let's sit back, let's dive in, and let's explore all of the astro events that are going to take place this month and see how it is going to affect us collectively and individually.